Hello, it's Colette. Welcome back to my channel. I've got Nelly down here already. Say hello, Nelly. Hello. There you go. Mwah. This is the weekly tarot card for the week commencing Monday the 6th of August 2018, and I know I'm not in my normal setup and the lighting's wrong and everything, that we feel as though we've gone back 2 years, but I'm having a health episode that means I have to be in my kind of orthopedic chair for today, and the other setup just wasn't going to work for me. So I do apologise if you're used to the lovely screens and the, you know, all the different stuff that we've worked up to, but for a few videos might just be in my comfy seat. So anyway, this is a brilliant card. Now we're following on from the Six of Discs, which was very successful, part of a group. This is the Nine of Wands in the lovely Rorig deck. It says Strength on it. It kind of mimics the Major Arcana Strength card, but not quite, you know, but it's kind of one step down because it's more of a, whereas the Major Arcana Strength card is more about strength and fortitude over maybe a long period of time, this is very much, come on, you can burst through anything you need. You've got that sort of burst of strength to do it this week. So yes, it's a very good card, and the visuals on it say it all, don't they? It's like a big boulder that's been blown apart. And like Rorig, you'll see that this sort of stone cube appears in a lot of the cards. Sometimes it's kind of confined, sometimes it's blown apart, sometimes it's showing itself up to be constrained. It's just one of the themes that runs through Rorig, which is really nice. But so what does it mean for you today? Not today, for this week. Sorry if I'm a wee bit fogged. I just wanted to do this. I could have just disappeared for a couple of weeks, but I'd rather not do that. But you know, if I do, it's probably just that I've got a flare up of something and can't quite manage it. Because if I manage it, even sitting in the comfy chair and having everything brought to me, then that's okay too. So in general, you've got what you need to burst through any problems in the week ahead. In fact, you'll feel as though you've maybe run a marathon and that you're getting to the end and you don't want to just cross on your knees. You want to literally run over that line. You want to show what you've got. And there is the aspect of, you know, the more general Rider-Waite meaning of the card is a wee bit more bloodied and bashed and, you know, tired out, but it still is, the person is still standing. But with this, I like the aspect of, you know, one big push and you're there. And as I say, that's a brilliant card to follow on from the Six of Discs of last week. I would say, though, this is more a personal card. It's more of a solitary card. So maybe you've had success with the team, but you need to push yourself that little bit more to move forward for yourself this week. So yeah, it's one of my favourite cards. I do like it. Yes, there is the energy of the work that's had to be put in for this card to manifest is quite intense, but you've got there, if there's a weird licking noise, I do have my good mic and look, I'm getting my morning wash, well, afternoon wash off Nelly, so Nelly, calm it. Anyways, what does it mean for you in all the areas of life? Well, generally, remember, if there's anything you need to push through, this card's influence will get you there. If we look at career, again, it's that way. You might be getting finalising things to go on holiday, excuse me, you know, that way where you think, oh, I've only got 4 days to get this done and I really need to get my head down and do it. This card will help you. So, very, very straightforward. You might find that you almost feel as though you get that last boost to get you over the line where work's concerned. And it may well be if you've gone for a job and you've maybe had a couple of interviews and you're going for the final one as such, this card will help you keep the energy going with that extra boost to do that. Yeah, lovely card, lovely card. I do really enjoy this card. Remember when you've got that strength and energy about you, though, to watch the way you're treating other people. There still are other people involved at work, and this card, you just don't want your ego to take over. You might have that burst of energy, but other people might not. So just remember that and you'll do fine. If we look at health, it's generally a good card for health because it covers all health areas. You could, to me it doesn't really mean it's the back, it's the head, it's the womb or whatever. It just means that you'll have enough energy to get you to that final line. And I don't mean passing or anything by that. I have to watch. Some people read things into my words that I really didn't mean. It's like, I love English, and sometimes Jim says I find it hard to read a book without analysing it and interpreting it. But don't necessarily do that with what I'm saying on the tarot. This card is to get you over the last thing. Say you've been heading for an op and you've been prepped for it. That's quite interesting for me because I have a wee procedure under this card. Well, I'm quite happy with this one actually for next week. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the help of this and the kind of week ahead to help us all. But if you've got a wee op or a procedure, this will give you the energy to get there and get through it and have a good result. And if generally you've just been struggling a bit, you'll find that there's enough energy to actually boost you to get you into maybe another month or another kind of health regime. Who knows? Excuse me. If we look at relationships, it's just a lovely one. It brings the strength, and Nellie, will you stop licking me, please? It brings strength, and if couples have been overcoming something, they can find that they're tired, and then this card's energy just gives them that togetherness and push to take one another to where they need to be. It's actually a lovely card, and it's lovely for maybe relationships that have been under pressure, not through lack of love or anything like that, but just life, maybe relatives, maybe money problems, maybe fertility problems, anything that holds a relationship back a bit, even though the love is strong. This card gets you over it, and it's just lovely. If you're looking for a partner, this card will attract to you this week, so make sure you're showing off your kind of strong, assertive, pulled together side, and you'll attract a strong, pulled together person as such. We've all got different facets of our personality, but this card can truly work with laws of attraction when there's a partnership being needed or wanted. So just remember that. If we look at money, again, it just gives you the strength to have enough. If you've been paying, saving up for a holiday and you need to get that last $100 or £100, etc., then that is very much the card that's going to take you there. And it's actually funny I said $100 first there. I was looking at the stats of the channel, and it's now 52% watchers in the USA and only 22% in the UK. It's really a bit mad, but I'm thankful wherever you're from. I've also noticed that Macedonia's coming right up the list. So if you're new and you're from Macedonia, welcome. That's a new one for me, but you're welcome wherever you are. But I think I'm starting to talk a wee bit in dollars rather than pounds now. But so wherever you are, I hope you enjoy this card in the week ahead. It's going to help you financially. It's going to help you get there to where you need to go, and also be strong to say, no, I'm not going to spend money on that, and no, I'm not going to be brought in. It brings in a good way of saying no to debt. So if you need to say no to debt, this card will really help you in the week ahead. So just a lovely card, just one of Rorig's very simple visuals, but very straightforward and lovely, and I do definitely I do enjoy his work, especially, some of his cards are very overdone and they're beautiful, and there's so many symbols in them, but this one is just a very straightforward visual, and you know what, it really suits the card and it really suits the energy of the week ahead. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I hope you'll come back for next week's weekly tarot card. If you're new, please subscribe and stay, and if you're a oldie, you're most welcome. And if you want to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee, which is in the link in the description box below, and just maybe look out for my books, which are under Colette Brown on Amazons and all sorts of places. So have a strong, determined finishing off week as such. You can do it. You're nearly at the end of that. You're nearly at that winning line, and it's a good place to be. So again, hopefully over the next wee while I'll be back in the wee studio setup. If not, then I'll just have to move everything round about again so that I can sit in this seat and do what I need to do. So many blessings now, and much love from Scotland. Bye.